Hello Commanders, I'm Commander GremlinSpotter, and on this video we're going to talk about the Imperial Cutter exploration build that I use. During some of my streams I've had quite a number of people ask me why I'm using an Imperial Cutter and what kind of build is it, and that's hard to explain because it's a very versatile build. It's got a lot on it, so instead of trying to go through all that, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I make it on here through Coriolis.io. If you look down in the description below, you'll see a link to another video where I have a couple of beginner builds for explorers. So, there all I do is just show you what's on the ships. Here I'm actually going to build my ship on Coriolis, and that way, and I can show you how, as I change things up, how it'll move things around. So we're starting out at 8.12 light years. This is typically your most important thing when it comes to exploration for most people. However, I give up a little bit of that for some other things, and I'll explain that here in a little bit as we go through it. So right now I've got a boost of 322, 202 full speed, and shields are 703. That's going to go up quite a bit, and 720 on my armor. That's also going to be going up quite a bit. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see here. I have lightweight alloys. This is where you can incorporate your engineering. So when you get your engineers and you want to put that engineering on, also while you're building your ship, if you are building a ship and you know you want a particular type of engineering build on it, this is how you'll do it. You hit modifications and you'll pick which. These are all the different things you can choose for engineers. So let's see, I went with lightweight 5. Nope, I'm sorry. Yeah, lightweight 5. Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. My bad. I ended up doing, let's see, lightweight. I did heavy duty 1 and layered plating for the added explosive resistance. So these are all your stats with that layered plating and everything. So next we'll go to the power plant. Let's see here, I went with a 5A power plant, and a lot of this is, I have a lot of engineering on this ship, so just about all this is some engineering. So I went with overcharged power plant. This is going to give me 40% more, and strip down because I want to save on that weight. Weight is very important. That's what maximizes the amount of light years you can go in one jump. So for thrusters, let's see, I went with 7D thrusters, and I'm pretty sure I went, let's see here, yeah, dirty level 5, and strip down for weight. And this gives you, when you go dirty, it gives you an extra boost. So see, my boost is already at 434, so you know, we've gone up quite a bit from what, 300 something. So that's only because this build was done, I did this build prior to the recent update for exploration, and so in that particular iteration of exploration, to find surface POIs such as geysers and other things on the surface, you basically just had to pick an area that you'd most likely find one and scan. You know, just keep trucking. And so speed was very important at that time because I really wanted to get a lot of ground covered in case I'm not finding anything, and it gets me closer to that POI mark I'm looking for. Which I'll also include a link on how to find POIs in this description as well. I have another video on that. But now that we have it to where we can shoot probes down and find that kind of stuff, like geysers and the other stuff I was looking for, POIs like crashed SRVs, crashed ships, those are all random, so you're not going to find those with the probes. But all the other stuff that I used to be looking for, where I wanted the speed, those have been, you know, that's pretty much gone now. But I still like having the speed. If I decide that, because this is an exploration ship, and if I decide there's a fight that I can't win, I can always try to run from it and get away. So speed's important to me on my ship. So frame shift drive is going to be a 7A. Again, this build was done before we had the ability to do the mass manager, so I went with strip down. Let's see here. Life supports is, I always go with D on those. Let's see, my power distributor, I went with a 6D, and I went with engine focus. Again, I wanted that speed more than anything. Nope, hold on. There we go. engine focus 5, and strip down, of course. Let's see here, was life support. I did do engineering and life support. I went with lightweight level 3. That's right. I think it's because I didn't have the engineer that would get to level 5, but level 3 is fine. I mean, let's see here. Sensors, 7D, and I went with lightweight on those. I believe with sensors, I went lightweight level 5. Lightweight 5, there we go. Alright. Yeah, lightweight 5. Okay. Now we'll come on over to our optional internals. Went with a 7D shield generator. I did enhanced low power. And did I go with let's see what I do with this one. Strip down. Okay. And then I went with the fuel scoop, 8C fuel scoop. That's fuel tank, 8C fuel. So 53 seconds for refuel time, 1,200 kilograms per second. That's a pretty aggressive fuel rate scoop, but it keeps me moving, keeps me going. I'm actually, you know, I've had a couple of people tell me I'm really quick in a cutter. You know, whenever I'm going long distances, I'm able to make some good time. This is part of what helps make me make that time, is that I am able to scoop so much, and it doesn't take. I don't have to be on a star for very long, even if I have almost an empty tank, in order to fill up. So that's fuel scoop. I went with level 6 cargo rack. I like cargo. I like having cargo space. This was an AFMU 6A AFMU. That's this is what's going to repair your all your modules if they take damage due to heat or any kind of, you know, if you run into the planet or, you know, have any damage. If any of your modules get damaged, you can come here and this is how you can repair them. So I'd like a fairly robust one, seeing how I'm going to be out there for quite a while. Next, I went with the 6G planetary hangar. G's weigh more than the 8, or way less than the H's, so that's why I always go with those. They cost more, but they weigh a lot less. See, so that's 34 as compared to 17, so they weigh half. So, and seeing how it's important. And I like 4 bays because this is the ship I take way out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'm going way the heck out there, so I'd hate to have 2 SRVs, lose one in an accident of some sort, and then only have 1 left to rely on for the rest of my trip. So 4 might be a little overkill. I'd probably go with 3 if I could, but seeing how I don't have that option, I go with 4. That just also means I can have a little bit of fun and not have to worry about it too much. So next we'll go, I also put a fighter bay on it, and kind of 2 reasons I did that. Mainly because it helps with exploration, getting that done a little bit quicker. If I'm looking for a POI because I'm trying to find a set of really rare type of materials inside the middle of like a crater, if I get in that, I can go a lot faster with the boost, and I'm able to tell my ship just to follow along, and I can cover a lot more ground a lot more quickly. Also, if I happen to get in a fight, it's just another platform that can pop out and help pester the enemy's shields or whatever. So let's see here. Fighter bay. Oh yeah, next is the I went ahead and got the Guardian. This is what really makes the ship. The reason I use it more than anything is because this is what gives me my range. My Guardian FSD drive. Where is it? I think it's down at the bottom. Experimental. Here it is. The Guardian frame shift drive booster. And that's going to give me an additional 10.5 light years per jump. So that's what brings this in the realm of possibilities for a long-term type of exploration ship for me. I'm now at 48.66, so that's pretty decent. For a cutter, that's extremely good, actually. Alright, next, I went ahead and put hull reinforcements because I do like to do high G landings. So hull reinforcement 5D. Let's see here. I went lightweight on them, so I wanted to save on some weight, and I went deep plating. So just for the extra, it takes away from all of them, to put more bulk into your ship. Basically, I did that to both of them. So let's see here. Hull reinforcement, 5D, lightweight, and deplating. Okay. Next was the repair limpet controller. Let's see, repair limpet controller 3A. This will fix any kind of damage you take to your ship. You know, where it says the 100%, you know, if it goes down to 90, 80 for whatever reason, you know, I've smacked into things and done some decent damage to my ship. This is going to repair that. So now I can repair my modules, and I can also repair the hull. So pretty much ready for anything out there in the black. This is my detailed surface scanner. Let's go on down here, detailed surface scanner. There we go. And this was the new one that got added with this recent update, where they added the Super Cruise Assist or the Advanced Auto Docking. I don't do a lot of docking in this ship, mainly land planets and that kind of thing, so I thought would be more beneficial for this slot for me would be the Super Cruise Assist, so I have that on there. Alright, so we're going to go to hard points now. Yes, I have hard points on this, and they are all fully engineered. So I do have a huge 4A beam laser. Is that my beam? That's pulse. And I have it engineered for efficient, level 5. And I went with flow control. Help out with the power draw. Then go with the large multi-cannons. That's pulse laser. See, that one I went with. Let's see, did I go with lightweight on that one? Yeah, lightweight on that one. Take off some of the weight a little bit, and then, oops, I went with corrosive. Was that corrosive shell? No, that was multi-servo. Yeah, multi-servo. There we go. And these are going to be, this is going to be also a multi-cannon. This one was set for efficient, level 5, corrosive shell. Same with this one, multi-cannon, efficient, and corrosive shell. And last but not least, these are the two that are on the pylons, on the engine nacelles. So it's, I didn't want to put anything I could use, so I put turreted on there just to keep the firepower on, just to keep things going. I'm thinking about changing those to torpedoes just for up close, heavier combat with the bigger ships. What I've gotten now, just these 4 multi-cannons and 1 huge beam laser is good enough to take out most small ships. So I thought an extra bang would be torpedoes. However, I'm not in a place where I can actually put those on yet. So what I have on there now is pulse lasers, turreted pulse laser. Turreted pulse laser there. And it's running for efficient. And I went with phasing sequence. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if the phasing sequence on 2 of them cancels anything out. I don't know if the corrosive shell on 2 of these does anything, if it doubles an impact. I don't know. I don't know a lot about combat. I just like having a ship that's got weapons on it. I do know I took this setup out to a Hazres and was tearing up most every ship I came across. I started having problems when I'd get to an Anaconda at about dangerous level. So, but you know, this is also an exploration ship, so I can pick my fights. So if I'm out somewhere and realize I've got someone that's or a ship that's and this is all PvE. I don't PvP in this at all. It wouldn't stand a chance. But with PvE, it's got some sort of a chance with most ships. But if I know where my limit is. If I see a particular ship with a particular combat rank, I can determine, yeah, I'm going to take that guy on, or you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and leave him alone now, or if he attacks me, I've got the speed to run away and get out of the system. So last but not least is our utility mounts. So I'm going to go ahead and put a Xeno, let's see, a Xeno scanner. So you never know, we're going out there, and you never know what you're going to find. So and I know you can leave stuff empty, if you want to. I like to keep stuff I like to have everything filled if I can, if there's a reason for it. So here I got a shield booster, and I go ahead and do, I think I go heavy duty 1 and super capacitor. I do that on all of these because the weight really starts, that just doubled the weight. If I went with 5, it would be massively heavy, and that's just too much. I really don't need it. I don't need the shield boost that badly. But next is a frame shift wake scanner. Let's see here, frame shift wake scanner. Where did I go? Here it is. And I went with a D. Frame shift wake scanner D, and I even lightweighted that sucker. And I did a lightweight level 3. Okay. Next, another shield booster. Shield boost, heavy duty, and super capacitor. After the shield booster, point defense. So I've got some missile protection. Let's see here, did I miss something? Oh, heat seek launcher. Never know when you need to get rid of some heat. And the last two are shield boosters. So shield booster, let's see here, heavy duty 1, super capacitor. Alright, so overall stats, I get about 44.83 light years. I've got an absolute 1661. This should be higher. This is supposed to be 18. Where did I go? What did I do wrong on this? Ah, that's what it is. I didn't do, it was supposed to be reinforced. Not low. There it is. There we go. And strip down. Okay. That's more like it. Okay. 1833 megajoules in shields. 1661 absolute for armor. Perfect for high G landings, that kind of thing, which I do a lot of in this particular ship. So I've got plenty of hull, plenty of shield. In fact, I was messing with this earlier and found out that I could take this lightweight and I could actually do heavy grade 5. And let's just do layered plating again there, and nothing really changes. So except my value goes to 1800 for my hull. I don't lose any boost. I don't lose anything here. It looks like maybe, yeah, no. So yeah, 45.97. So I get 45 on my jump range. So almost 46. So that's probably a change I'm going to make along with the torpedoes when I get back to where I can do that. The other thing is okay, great. So what's my power and stuff? So I'm way over on power. So I usually fly with the planetary vehicle hangar turned off. I usually turn off my auto field maintenance unit. Now everything is good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and set my priorities on all my power stuff. Let's see, thrusters, put those at 2. Put this at 5. Shield generator, maybe keep that at 3. Guardian frame shift drive booster at 3. Planetary vehicle hangar 5. Put these all at 4. My beam lasers, I keep all my weapons on 3. Frame shift drive is be 2. Life support 1. Fuel scoop 3. power distributor 2, cargo hatch 5, sensors 2, repair limpet controller 5, put this on 4, multi-cannons will go to 3, pulse lasers 3, super cruise assist 5. All this means is when I deploy my hard points, most of the stuff in 5 is going to be the first stuff to turn off. I'm not going to need super cruise assist. I'm not going to need repair limpet controllers. I'm not going to need a lot, you know, my planetary vehicle hangar or my AFMU. I'm not going to need all that stuff in the middle of a fight. So I'm okay with turning it off. I will probably want my fighter hangar, so I'm going to put that on 3. Heat sink launcher, we'll put on 3. Point defense 4. Xeno scanner 4. That pretty much does it. So now, even with messing with all that, actually what really got me down here was turning these 2 off. If I turn any of these 2 on, I start losing things. So, but typically if I'm going to turn my auto field maintenance unit on, as long as I've got a lightning bolt here where things are retracted, that means I can still use it even though I'm overdrawn on power. It's just going to shut down my super cruise assist, my limpet controller, my cargo hatch. That's if things are deployed. With nothing deployed, everything works. So, and I'm just going to use that just to get my stuff back up, and then I'm going to turn it right back off, and there I am. So, and technically, yeah, if I forget to turn this off, and I pull out my hard points, I'm still okay because I'm only losing a cargo hatch, my repair limpets, and my super cruise assist. Everything else is going to work. So, that's usually the kind of stuff I look for whenever I'm setting up my priorities for all of my stuff. This build will run you 316,492,000 with a 15.8 million rebuy. That's a fairly expensive rebuy for a exploration ship. However, like I said, it can do a lot, and you know, I just don't want to be out in the middle of nowhere and FDev decide to put out a patch for like, hey, you know, we're gonna put I know pirate explorers or whatever that go out and want to pirate your you know, they happen to come across you and want to pirate your stuff. At least I can defend myself and not have to run from every time, depending on, of course, the type of ship and the level of combat in that ship. Which is exactly why anytime I make any changes to my weapons, I take this ship to a Haz-Res and basically mix it up and see where my limits are. But the overall build, you know, 444 boost, that's pretty good. 45.97 is not bad for a cutter, especially an exploration type thing. I've got great amount of shields, decent amount of you know, of hull, so I can pretty much take a beating. My shields take forever to recover, but you know, hey, I'm also an explorer, so typically after an encounter I'm not going to be doing one right away, so that's not really too much. And I really haven't had any encounters. I've come across a couple closer to the bubble, a couple NPCs closer to the bubble, and taken them out. They weren't too bad, but that's pretty much my build. Again, if you'll go to the links below, I've got a link to Coriolis.io, which is what this website is, and it has 2 builds for beginner explorers that run between, I want to say one is 6 million, the other one's like 13 million, and it's a good basic exploration setup for you to get things, get used to things until you can make some good money doing exploration. So, you know, it'll get some good profits, and then you can go on up to an Anaconda or whatever else it is you want to go up into, a Mark Crate 2. But if you would, you know, put down, go ahead and put down in the comments, what do you use for exploration? Do you use weapons or not? You know, so, and that's everybody's. This is the last thing I want to leave everybody off with here. You know, your builds are your builds. You know, my philosophy on it is have fun with the build. You don't have to go off of someone else's build just because they say it's good. You know, that doesn't mean it's good for you. Find a build that's good for you and stick with it. So if that means you're going to do something weird that no one else has done, do something weird that no one else has been done, that's ever been done, you know. So but have fun with your builds. Come in here to Coriolis and play around and find a build you like, and then go build it. Get the money and go build it. So but that's all I've got for this particular episode. I want to thank everybody for watching. Come check me out on Mixer. My website's below. It'd be mixer.com/GremlinSpotter. Come out and see me. Leave some comments for me, guys. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.